say I have three of my best friends. These are the most powerful Garnier girls at my side. We work shoulder to shoulder. I'm super excited to introduce um, Alexis Rosati. Anything hair care, hair color, formulas, she's your go-to gal. Then we have our texture expert, Kat, or Katanda James, as her formal name is. She anything curly. She's fearless. She's an amazing hair cutter, amazing stylist, and remarkable hair colorist. And the leader of our tribe, our girl clan, or whatever you want to call us, is Julia Youssef. She's our fearless leader, constant support to all of us. And we would not be here if it wasn't for her. So we're super lucky. We are a grateful bunch of girls, and we're here to talk to you about the fall trends of hair color. So we're super excited to get going. And if you have any questions, send them in.
Yay.
Patty, you look nice and fall-like. I love your red.
I tried. I did
And
my
your
best.
orange shirt. It's like
I love it, Patty. I love it.
pumpkin spice.
Yes, my pumpkin spice. I realized when I went in the closet, I really like orange.
Why don't we start talking about one of our favorite shades?
Yes.
That is going to be a big superhero during this fall season coming up. And I think I don't know who has it. Patty, I think you have it.
I do.
Okay.
Well, another orange thing.
Oh, and I can give her friend to it too.
There we go. So this is Scarlet Bronze. This is a bronze. No, sorry. I have to read it right. It is an intense bronzed red. So it's not just a coppery, just orange shade. It has really beautiful, like soft edges to it so that it's not just fire. I mean, yes, you will walk around with, hair of fire, but at the same time, it's not too flaming. It's very sophisticated. As Julie and we used to work with a friend of ours, she used to say it's very refined. So this is like a kind of a grown up, kind of refined redhead. So it's beautiful. It's in the Ultra Color brand under Nutrice. So this is great for people that start with dark hair. So when you look at the side panel, which this tells you who you are naturally, so you can be as darkest brown or as light as medium brown, and these are what your results will be. I'll get you a little closer.
I love it.
So pretty.
This has become one of my favorite shades because even though it does have a lot of copper, it is, like you said, Patty, a refined, kind of elegant, but at the same time, it's a bold color for the fall. I love it. I'm starting to see some women with that color coming on, so I think they're all getting ready for the fall. And both Alexis and Kat, one of you tell us about how to refresh that color once you use it, because you were both showing us
Go ahead, Kat. I'll let you talk about it.
that can revive the shade after a few weeks of having used it,
So as you guys know, we talk about them all the time. We have these amazing color revivers. And this one here is the Vibrant Copper. And it's perfect to pair with the Rons or the RZ4. You want to use the color revivers 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks after, when you notice that your hair has dulled down a little bit. It doesn't have that intense vibrancy that it had initially. You do this, you could do it in the shower, and it's very creamy. I like to show textures. I'm all about textures. So it's very creamy. And what it is it's going to add some pigment, some vibrant copper pigment to your hair. It's not going to stain your hands if you're concerned about that. So you put it in your hands, you kind of rub it around. It's sort of like a hair mask. That's what we call it, a 5-minute color mask. So when you put it in your hands, you just run it through your hair from root to ends. Obviously, you're not going to have a timer in the shower, but you do your thing. You shave your legs, I don't know, maybe your underarms, you do your wash up. And by the time you're done with that, you can go ahead and rinse it out. And can I tell you, I'm not sure if you guys have been on our Instagram page, but there is a beautiful young lady there that has just showcased this amazing vibrant copper. Her name is Anissa. She's one of our influencers. She also has curly hair. So it will show you just how vibrant and just how beautiful your hair will be when you refresh it with the color reviver.
Kat, that was a good example. I loved her hair.
Oh my, beautiful.
Amazing. Yeah.
Also, another little trick I always find out whenever you put these revivers in is after you shampoo your hair and you rinse it, to make sure you take out as much water as possible. So squeeze out the water as much as you can, almost so like, the conditioner really sticks to the cuticle of the hair and it'll really penetrate it. Because sometimes if it's too wet, it can just slide right off. So take out all of the moisture out of your hair, just squeeze it all out really well and then apply it on there. And you'll feel like it almost sticks to the bones more.
I love it. Great tips, ladies.
I wanted just to say one thing about the Ultra Color. Kat was saying you could use the reviver at week 2 or 2.5 or so. I just want to emphasize that the Garnier Ultra Color, it's an amazing color. All of them are amazing colors. And when you talk about fade out, this has long lasting vibrancy. So when we're talking about revivers, it's a little bit of insurance, or just to make sure that it stays as close to day one color as possible. So I didn't want it to sound like, oh, hair color's gonna rinse out. So it's just, it's a great treatment for your hair. The revivers are great treatment, but also just as a regular, pay your hair back. But Ultra Colors are an amazing, vibrant color that's long-lasting in the permanent technology.
I want maybe Alexis, you to talk about one of my favorites that's also going to be a big hit this coming fall and winter, the V2.
It's beautiful. That's personally me. I'm more of your coolness. I mean, I love those intense or those beautiful copper shades, but not with me. I'm more of your V2s, your plums. I'm obsessed with those shades. I think they're rich. They're not overly in your face, where you're walking down the street and you're like, oh my God, you can do them and you can have a richness to them, a creaminess to it. So the hair color, and it picks up the highs and lows so beautifully in your hair, especially when you do them coming off summer, because if you don't get highlights in the summer at a salon or you're by yourself at home, your hair will naturally pick up highs and lows. You'll get lighter in pieces. I'm sure all of you have that. Sometimes your ends are lighter. Sometimes your front pieces are lighter. So when you do a hair color like this, those light pieces will really pick up those gorgeous tones. And then it'll almost look like you have these violet highlights throughout your hair naturally because of all your highs and lows. So I always suggest going into a plum hair color or a purpley violet from summer if you really want to have it more visible.
And let me tell you that it says here that you could use it anywhere from, you're starting from a darkest brown up until a light brown. But I will tell you a little secret, that I have 4 nieces and they all love hair color. And one of my nieces recently did it. And she said, Aunt Julie, I'm just going to pre-lighten the bottom half of my hair and use this color. And I said, well, you don't have to, because she's like, no, I want to. She did it and it came out unbelievable. She just did it a week ago and it came out so beautiful.
Is anybody surprised that her niece is fearless? I'm not. I mean, is it Giovanna?
Giovanna, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Giovanna. Yeah, I called you out.
Yeah. So
I think the other thing to call out too is exactly what you both said about the plum. The name is perfect. It's called spiced plum. So it's we couldn't have come up with a better name for it either.
And what is nice about it is that it will show on your darker hair too. Like we're talking like even how I touched upon like when you're coming out of the summer, you have highs and lows. Even if you don't, even if you have it darker, you're still going to get that beautiful hue to it once you color it.
But
That's the beauty about ultra color is it's aiming it's targeting the dark consumer.
consumers,
The
yes.
user that has dark hair, that in the past when we've done hair color, either we needed a really strong developer or double the developer to the dye to get a big lift or to get something that looked visible. The technology in ultra color is amazing because you don't have to blow out the cuticle or make it this big chemistry project to get it to show. And that's why the dye and the color result has a long durability.
Durability. You know, the other thing too, which I think you said it earlier, Patty, which I love about all our bold shades that we have in Garnier, whether it's ultra color and even some of the bolds that we can talk about in Olia, is that they're bold, but yet they're refined, they're beautiful, they have a certain elegance to them, but yet they're like very present in your face. So that's another thing that I really appreciate, and I think that a lot of young people, because it's not just raw boldness, it's like a finished bold, if you
Yeah.
will.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of it being finished. You know,
Yeah.
anything can look raw, but it doesn't look refined and polished.
Exactly. So that's what I love about our a lot of our bold shades. I have another one here that I think Kat, you might want to speak to. It is one of my other favorites. I have a lot of favorites, clearly, but it's our Iron One.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
I know. That's why I thought you might want to speak to this.
So
And this,
the iron one is our intense indigo. Um, I have well, not so recent here. I have my head wrap on today, so you guys can't see my hair, but I used to do like jet black, super black, darkest black, like one, whatever level one was, I was doing it all because I wanted that most rich, that most black. I didn't want it to look faded out. I didn't want it to look like, oh, maybe her hair is off black. I wanted that. But this adds an extra touch with the indigo. So it's your beautiful shade of blue black. The good thing about so when in the past there used to be blue black shades, but after you shampoo your hair a few times, you start to see that undertone and it starts to look, is it blue? It's a little greenish. And
yes,
that's what you don't want. So as Patty mentioned earlier, the ultra colors don't really fade out. I mean, you do lose. I mean, just something about day one, fresh day one color is like absolutely gorgeous. It's super shiny. It's like the most intense and richest of the rich. But this one does not fade down from that beautiful shade or that beautiful hue of indigo. It does not give you that greenish tint or like that faded out blue tint. So that's actually one of my favorites. And for you guys or you girls that are very bold, it's in your face, jet black, but then you're gonna get that, oh my gosh, is your hair blue black? Is your hair blue? And sometimes that's the attention that you want. So this is one of my favorite shades.
and if you start lighter, like from a light brown, you see the blue so clearly. I mean, even on the darkest browns, we've done it, and we've seen it on, on our consumers, our models. It's just a truly beautiful blue black, and I love the name Indigo. I think it was appropriately named. So that's
I
another
love the
great
name.
shade that I think we're going to see coming up a lot this coming fall and winter.
The other thing too that this reminds you of is I'm a denim girl. So when you think of your fresh, brand new denim, that's it. So it's a really nice shade of like denim blue, like that rich jean.
I love it.
It's really great.
I was looking at some of the reviews for this shade, and just I was just curious what were people saying, and there was one review that talked about that she was kind of a lighter brunette but wanted to be black and have like a blue black feeling, and so she used this shade. She said inside her house she was like, oh, I have black hair, and my mom was like, well, what did it work? And she's like, yeah, it worked. So she said she went outside and you could see the blue tone. And she said, so my mom nicknamed me or like changed the name to Brunette instead of Brunette.
That's cute.
It's so cute.
That's very cute.
That is so
very cute.
And she's like, I love it. I'm going to do it again. I mean, so there is a want for this, so we're happy to fulfill that want.
Yeah,
we're happy. I think we need to give a little bit of love to some of the bolds, and I'm going to let Alexis talk about one that I love and I know she loves. Ta-da!
Oh yes, that's my favorite. I love that. That to me, it's just I can't. I'm trying to explain it. I feel like it's a beautiful shade if you do have like those highlights that you're just itching to change a little bit. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. It gives you a richness without overkill. And that's my whole thing. I feel like it's bold, but it's not a bold where like you feel like you just put like, Pepto-Bismol on your hair. You know what I mean? I feel like it gives you that like that icy type of like boldness to it.
Did we use that on one of our friends recently? Was it a shade that maybe Kelly did? Was it
on her highlights?
Yes, it was.
You had to see her hair, our friend Kelly.
That was fun. It looked beautiful. Yeah.
I think you guys can go back on IGTV and you can see that process. So you can see exactly what Alexis is talking about. She did it over Kelly's hair, over her highlights, and it looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I love that shade.
I think when we first launched this shade, we didn't have the name Bold or collection of Bold. So, you're right, Alexis. It does fit in the in that refined kind of different. Yeah,
it's like high fashion bold.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's not like your cheesy. You're like, what did I just put on my head? Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's eye-catching because you're like, does she really have pink hair? You're like,
it's like Gem. You ever see Gem? Yes. Gem, and I forget what the name of her Gem. I feel like it's a Gem hair. I love it.
It is Gem. Truly outrageous Gem.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love Gem.
Right?
Yeah, I love it. Truly outrageous.
Oh, that's an ode to Mariano and Keegan.
I was just going to say, as an ode to Mariano, Patty, I think we should talk about one of his favorite shades, and our colleague Mariano, who can't be with us today, but he's amazing. And he was just telling me this morning how he loves this Olea Bold, and I'm going to let Patty talk about it because I think you love it equally. Ta-da! It's our 5.2 Amethyst.
This is going to be a rock star.
Patty, remember I wanted you to, I said right before COVID hit, I was like,
you wanted to do it.
Hair? Yep.
This is beautiful. And I think when you guys are talking about gem, but this really, I feel like is a gemstone, right? So it's called Cool Amethyst.
Oh my God, it has like
it's called medium royal amethyst.
Oh, royal. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So it's very it is royal, and this is exactly what Mariano would say. It is like the stones that you'd see in a crown, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it is such a balanced, beautiful purple shade, and it works. Again, the lighter you are, the more visible and like visible that you can see it, but it also works on darkest brown hair too. So you can
Patty, remember
see.
we saw it on like Patty, remember we did it and we saw it on like she was like a medium brown, almost like a, and we were both like,
Yeah, it is breathtaking. I mean, it really to the same way where you're like, did she just walk by with that pink hair? This you're like, oh, she looks like a beautiful brunette, but it is so eye-catching because you're like, wow, and it's rich, it's lush. You want to touch it
You
because
want
it's
to
so
touch it.
beautiful.
You know, the
I would
first
touch it.
time that we saw it, and I think we were all together, I was so like, I wanted to do like a handstand, a cartwheel, because it's a special purple.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I can't even, it's a purple, but it's special, but it's amethyst. It's just so hard. It's so hard to, we have a one of a kind shade in this amethyst,
I
actually.
feel like it's like I know it sounds weird to say, but like almost like a sophisticated purple, if you want it. Like,
Yes, yes.
like I feel like any person at any age can do it and pull it off and not feel like maybe somebody who wants to be in those violet shades are scared to maybe go to like your V2s, like I really like that pop. And like almost like it has like I can't explain like exactly sophisticated classiness to it.
Alexis, what's our motto? Our lady that gets that. She's an older lady and she absolutely loves it. And she's like, oh my gosh, I get stopped on the street for this hair color. I can't think of her name.
Clara?
Clara.
Yes,
She loves the color. She gets stopped on the street. She stops traffic with it. It's a beautiful shade. So all ages, like they're saying, can definitely rock this and we love it.
What's
Don't
pretty
forget it,
unique about
ladies.
what I love about this too is that again, same thing. You're not having to do a big chemistry project to get this purple to show.
Not
It's
at all.
long lasting. It's just 20 volume. So it's just mainstream developer and you're done in 30 minutes. Like you can't even cook dinner in that fast. I can't.
The thing with Clara, she's a darker shade. She's like a level 2 naturally, but she has grays because she's, a little mature. And it's like she gets the highs and lows of the purple, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But her darker hair definitely shows through with the amethyst.
You know what?
It's beautiful.
We've been so into talking about our favorite shades that I just realized that there's a bunch of people that are asking us to look like a pumpkin. Somebody made a comment about your hair, Patty. And somebody talked about subtle browns and even yellow contrast. Oh, there's been some comments. I think they like what we're saying. Okay. Oh, there's somebody that said, I bleached my hair for the first time and it's orange at some spots. Can I dye it with a color dye because I work tomorrow? Oh, we need to address this young lady. Her name is Brianna. And she said, I bleached my hair for the first time and she has some orange spots. So we could go about it in two ways. And so I like to hear from you guys and see what you think.
I'll just ask. We don't know what you started with, and we don't know what your target was, but I'm sure that it was blonde. If you're very careful, you could go in and do some quilt work, some patchwork, and where it's orange, just apply that lightener one more time. As long as your hair is in good shape, if it's healthy and feeling strong, I would just touch it where it feels too warm for you. Don't go all over because where it looks good, you don't want it to necessarily get lighter. You're just looking to like spot treat.
And you know what I was going to add, Patty? I love that advice to spot treat that. And then maybe when she's done, we could add a little bit of this. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Which is the Color Reviver Cool Blonde.
Yeah. So maybe after she does those spot treats, she marries it all together and leaves this in the hair for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And then I think Brianna, you will be able to go to work because she's worried because she's got to go to work tomorrow. So,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah, so I want to make sure that we help her,
And just Brianna, just to remember too, when you have the lightener kits, the PL1 or PL2, which are the bleach kits, both of them have an anti-brass after treatment. So, and it has some toning ability in it. So save it, don't throw them out. But this also to kind of a companion piece with the Color Reviver Cool Blonde is a good idea too.
Yeah, and also, I'm just curious. I feel like sometimes these processes can't be rushed either. And I understand you have to go to work tomorrow and it's like a huge thing, but is there any possible way you can braid it, throw it back in a ponytail, and then come home from work, sit back, and then really do what you want? Because if you bleach your hair, you're doing it for a reason. You want a certain look. Don't go back and put go put a regular color all over just to fix a few spots. You're going to just be back to square one. And then not for anything, but those spots that you just bleached out and those couple of orange spots, the color that you put the color back on, it may grab them different ways. Then your hair's going to be all uneven. Just take a deep breath, put a good conditioner on for tonight if you can. Go to work tomorrow, put your hair back in a ponytail if you can. Put a little braid in it if it's like right over here. Just try to twist it out. Just hide it in any way. So when you come home, you're clear thought. You're not freaked out that you have a little spot here, you have a little spot there. I mean, also I see people say like, oh, get a toner. Yeah, all of that is great, but like in time. Just take a deep breath. Try to just get through your day tomorrow. Make a joke out of it. Be like, oh God, look what I did to my hair. I have to fix it today. I mean, and then go and come home tomorrow and then do the things that like what Patty just said with like the bleach again, like because you obviously want a certain shade. Now if you're freaked out and like, oh my God, I gotta put black on it now or something, and you're gonna be miserable, so don't do that.
Also, that was great advice, Alexis. And just don't forget, Brianna, that headbands are very in right now. So you have a nice headband
or head wraps
or a head wrap.
Throw an accessory on and try to fix it. For now.
Also, on Garnier TV today was the bleaching video. So check it out because there might be some, when it's time, when you're ready to do your application, there's probably some good tips for you to utilize from that.
The Garnier, that bleaching video is like amazing. Yeah. Because it's like step by step by step by step. So if you were in any you had any questions, or if you were like, oh my gosh, I remember she said patchwork, but where do I start first? That's a good reference to look at because it gives you step by step for a bleaching process.
And Patty literally gives you like,
I know.
Yeah, it's like a class.
Is it mine?
It's yours, Patty.
It's yours, Patty.
And Patty,
I didn't realize it was mine.
So detailed. That's like a lesson in bleaching in itself. So Brianna, take the time to look at that because that could help you too. Even just going forward, my love.
And give yourself some time to concentrate on the video too. It is a long video and I apologize, but there is nothing you can do, to Alexis's point and to Kat, you just can't rush bleach. It just doesn't work. So I mean, yes, it does work, but it doesn't work the way you want it to work.
I was like, no, wait a second.
Let me back up here. I didn't realize it was that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's that one.
It was.
So let me just do some self-promoting here then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
One of our guests that agrees with us and is saying bleaching is not fast, and that's correct, Toby. Thank you for jumping in and agreeing with us. Yes, bleaching should not be a fast
but thing. It's so worth it when you get there. When you get to your destination, it's so worth, because there's this pride that you've done it yourself, and you are head turning. People are like, you did that by yourself? You did it on your own? Like, you didn't go to a salon? So I think just be patient. That's all. And Alexis and I have this patience conversation all the time at work when we are doing models for the front of the pack. when we first started working, she's like, "It's ready," and I'm like, "It's not ready. It's not ready. Go look at the clock. It's ready." And I'm like, "No, it's not ready." So now we worked together. I don't know how many years. And I'm like, "I think it's ready." She goes, "Nope, it's not ready yet, Patty." So
I used to do the same thing to Patty, Alexis, years ago. I would be like, we should take it off, Patty. And Patty would be
You
like,
still do.
You did that, remember, Julia? And I died laughing. I know
We say to
it's
Julia,
your
we're like, Julia,
situation.
just go walk away. Go over there for a second. Go walk away and come back. Yeah.
it's like
We cannot deliver this.
it's like watching water boil. And that was really like I was talking to my daughter. She was waiting for water to boil on the stove because it's gonna help cook. And I'm like, "Stop looking at it. Like, go away." And she's like, "But we're cooking." I said, "Go away." I said, "You can't rush anything." I said, rushing is not ever good. You end up with not great results.
Exactly. And I think that since we're on this bleaching conversation, and thank you to Brianna for asking the question, we should highlight obviously one of our boldest, best lightning products, which one of you must have. I don't have that one in my arsenal.
I'll be right back.
Go get it, Patty. Our PL, what is it, PL1, right? From
PL1.
PL2.
Which is a great product, and talk about a lightning bleaching product that does so well, especially for everyone, but especially if you're a dark base.
Nope, I don't have it. I thought I had it. I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm gonna go check. I know this seems like a comedy act, guys.
It really is not comedy.
Well,
And
I'll
maybe
speak to it while she's checking, because we had a model that was African American. She was a beautiful Black woman, and she had very dark hair. And I used the PL1 on, not the PL2. Yeah, I used the PL1 on her, and her color, like, it looked like a wig, a beautiful wig, guys, not like a trashy wig, but a beautiful wig. And so it does work on very, very dark hair. And the biggest thing that she wanted to be sure of is that she kept the integrity of her hair. Her hair was still super beautiful. It was in good health, super shiny. We love PL1 and PL2.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing too. Like when you talk about bleaching, yeah, anyone can bleach the heck out of their hair and get it white, but it's one thing to have white, like cotton candy frizzled hair, and super gorgeous, shiny, strong, healthy hair. So the integrity of the hair is always the most important while bleaching.
And we've all seen someone who had that cotton candy hair, and it is not something to aspire to have. And it looks dry.
That's when I get my scissors out on cotton candy hair.
So I think the technology that's in the PL1 and the PL2 is spectacular. We worked really hard as a team with our labs to create something that can lighten and to give you those light blonde results in a bleach kit, but also save and keep the integrity of the hair. And that is one of the things that Garnier stands behind, is making sure you can get the result, but you still have good quality hair at the end, in the end.
Amen to that. And that's one of the things that I'm the most proud of, that our products can achieve all these bold colors and bold results, but in keeping the hair's integrity and in a healthy way. Yeah. Even when you're starting, like we've talked about, a lot of these shades work on the darkest bases to really lift and get to that destination, but in a really good way, which is amazing. You all said it. Anybody can lighten or whatever, but not keeping the integrity of the hair. So,
and we've all had like horror stories. Like I have been a horror story.
Like I've been a horror story.
So like I've had it on my hair and I've done it to people, and a couple people. But we're not friends anymore.
Someone did it to me actually, and my hair looked like my shirt.
I had to keep mine in a ponytail.
I quit
Yeah.
working there because
Toby, who's been a partner of ours in this conversation, hi Toby, is
Hi,
asking
Toby.
us, how long after coloring do I have to wait to use PL1 to add white blonde highlights to my hair?
Well, okay, PL1 is an all-over bleach kit. So when we're talking about bleach, we're talking about like I'm an all-over copper redhead, or Julia is an all-over light blonde, kind of medium blonde result. That's what PL1 will give you. It will give you an all-over bleach result. So it doesn't give you like contrast pieces. So is that really what you want? Is it all over, or is it that you want to highlight?
well, there's another piece to Toby. Toby is chatting it up with us. I love
Okay.
it. There's another piece to Toby's conversation here. He said that I just went from dark hair in my photo to silver gray, then to a medium ash blonde in a period of like a year.
Wow.
It was so much bleaching, but girl, it's worth it to stick with it. He's then speaking to Brianna.
We
So
love
it
you,
sounds
Toby.
like Toby is silver gray now. Is that right,
Okay.
Toby? Are you still silver gray?
Ooh, nice.
Or
I
maybe
think that's what
Toby
the
is
was
covering the silver gray. Oh, I am.
I am her. Ah, I am her. That's my
Oh,
hubby with
well, that's my hubby with me. Hi,
God. Yeah.
hubby too. But it sounds like Toby. Correct us if we're wrong. I think you're actually covering your gray with a blonde shade, and then you want to add some highlighted pieces. Is that the goal here? I'm a medium ash blonde. Ooh, sort of like
Oh,
me,
medium and blonde.
but I want to add silver back. Ah,
Yeah.
White out those
interesting.
pieces.
I
Yeah.
think you could use we have a kit called Multi Lights, which is a highlight kit in Garnier. You might have to find it online or at Garnier USA. And then you can paint them on. And then I think one way to do it to get the silvery kind of feeling is you have in the Olia brand, there's the 10-2-1, which is like pale silver, I think, or light silver. And you can put that over the top, and it works. It will work on the highlighted hair as long as you get it light enough. You can check the side panel of the shade, and it will show you what it'll look like on gray hair.
I think that the that shade will work after Toby
And
lightens.
everything will stay cool
Yeah.
and icy.
Yes. Yeah, so you'll have that silvery look that I think you're looking for, and I think you'll be pleased. Let us know, Toby, once you do it.
Thanks for contributing.
What coloring is semi-permanent? Donna, hi Donna. She's asking us what coloring is semi-permanent. Well, in Garnier right now, currently, well, thank you, Patty. And we have a bunch of shades.
You don't mix it.
There we
I
go.
feel like
That's what you do.
Comes
You don't
directly,
mix it. When it comes directly out of the container, it's most likely semi-permanent. Semi-permanent technology means it's going to last between 2 to 15 shampoos. So every time you wash it, it's going to slide off your hair. If it stays in your hair for many months and you see no change, it's not really semi-permanent. So there is it was probably mixed with something. Sometimes they call it like a gloss or a glaze or something like that in the salon.
Yeah.
But if it's something like purple shampoo or purple conditioner or color revivers, that technically falls into the semi-permanent category, where it just adds some tone, but not in a permanent, long, durable, kind of long-lasting way.
Not exploding your cuticle.
Exactly. And right now, Donna, we have 5 shades, and we're actually launching 2 more very soon. Yes, thank you, Patty. You've got all 5 of them there?
Yeah.
Great. Oh, and Kat's
So
got
there's 2 blondes, there's a cool blonde and a golden blonde. And then you have the copper and the vibrant red, which are great. And then the last one is a warm brown. And then
I
beginning
use that
in,
one.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
it looks
beautiful.
beautiful, Alexis. I was wondering what you did. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. See, ladies and gentlemen, the warm brown on Alexis's hair. Show us again. Oh, I love it. Woo! Beautiful.
It just
And I even warmed up my highlights because I put
Highlights. I
highlights
see
in.
that.
Well, now that we're talking about ourselves, I used a cool blonde. Can you tell?
We definitely can.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
that's your
Don't
favorite.
worry.
my
When I go
copper
blonde,
is like empty
when
Oh,
I go
when it's
blonde,
done.
cool blonde is gonna be mine.
It's going to be
oh,
When I
yours.
go
there
blonde,
you
Oh,
go.
come on, Kat, let's do it. Kat's gonna let me cut her hair. And
No,
we're
not the
gonna
cut.
PL1.
And then she's going to let you do
She's gonna
Not the
blonde
cut.
me out, not the cut.
But you
And
know,
then I'm gonna cut my, because I have to do a big chop. So it's gonna be
Okay.
like very sentimental, and it's gonna be, one of those things. And
okay.
I
so
can help. This
But
could
after
be
all that's over and all the
she's going
tears,
to let us all
then
do her blonde bleach. So that's great. We're going to all work together on that. I'm excited. You
Oh,
know.
we have some bleach to test, by the way.
Yes.
I don't.
But anyway, guys, this has been, ladies, this has been amazing. And the audience, I love you guys. They've been so interactive. I really appreciate all the interaction and the questions and the comments. Please, if you have any more questions, comments. Oh, and did we say what were that we're going to be launching coming soon, right? We did mention that
Or
we're going to.
revivers?
Yes, yes. We're going to have a black shade, which has been really our consumers have been asking for it, and we're having a cool brown, a cool brunette shade. So very soon, you'll be seeing that in the market this coming year. So we're getting very close to the end of the year anyway. But you ladies were all fabulous. If anybody has any last questions, please send them in because we're getting ready to wrap up, right?
And we will still answer your questions even if we're offline.
Absolutely. That's right, Patty. We love all our Garnier girls and boys that view us and interact with us all the time, and we appreciate you guys. And we will continue to do these kind of sessions, right? What do you think, Alexis? Do you like doing
Yeah.
these sessions? Yeah, these are great.
They're
Kat,
great.
I love it.
Patty,
Nah. Yeah, I'm teasing. No, I think you know what's nice about this is we get to talk about specific shades instead of like, some of like how they feel, how we feel sentimental about them. Not only how do they work, but why are they special? Because we're the team, one of the first teams that actually gets to see these shades before anybody else. So we get them when they come from the lab, we get to look at them. So that's when Julia was like, I was going to do cartwheels because sometimes it's a lot of work to get that purple to show, right? Or that bronze to really not be too hard or raw looking. So when we finally get there and we get to a place where we all fall in love with it, or it's time to approve it, we're super invested emotionally in them. So to see them
I'm
actually
so emotionally invested to rhymes.
No, we know.
that's a long story for another day, right? But listen, the idea is that we're the first to see them, so we are excited to see them actually become cartons and actually see them sell and then see reviews on them, so that it's kind of getting to see your baby grow all the way through. So
well
I'm
said.
excited to see all these cool new fall shades soon.
You guys should send in your pictures
Yes.
on Instagram and then tag Garnier. And
I
then
love
also
it.
hashtag Garnier girl or Garnier boy.
I like it.
They might
Great
repost it.
ideas. Great idea. I love it. Great ideas, all of you. I think right now we're going to say goodbye
Bye-bye.
for
Bye.
Garnier.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank
Thanks
you.
for tuning in.
Bye.
Thank you.